How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be playing with some future star cards that I have recently unlocked. I have not really had a chance to try some of these guys out, so I am going to try some future stars that I would say a lot of other people aren't really using. I'll hide the face cam so you can take a look at this set 28 headliner prime version of Michael Brantley. This card looks okay. His power is a little low. His defense isn't the greatest, but he does have good vision, good contact, and good speed. Now, I also want to correct a mistake, or at least some of the thoughts that I talked about in my previous video on how this PlayStation 4 tournament will be ran. I was thinking it was going to have to be friendly games, and I don't think that's going to be the case. After talking a little bit about some of this stuff with some community members, I think that in this tab right here, PlayStation 4 tournaments, if everything works correctly, this will take you directly into the BR game on Hall of Fame, where you will make one draft and compete in that tournament. So there should be a lot less bugs or a lot less downtime in this tournament. I do want to clarify some of those things and correct my mistake. I was going off my initial thoughts, and the way the tournament was looking reminded me a lot like how it was set up last year. So I think that if it's not friendly based, if everything works as planned, then the tournament should be a success. It should work out really well. And hopefully, you know, good luck to everybody that's participating, and hopefully we have a great game or a great series of games in that tournament. I'll be checking out as many games of it as I can. I'm just hopping into some Moonshot event gameplay here, working on Prestige Cody Bellinger, and then after this game, we are going to have some highlights from the viewer games over on the Twitch live stream. I'll be using some of the future stars that I was talking about. I'm really excited to use Daz Cameron. I'm really excited to use Ryan Mountcastle. Just a variety of guys. Andres Jimenez, trying to get a couple more at-bats with Evan White. It's probably the only guy I've tried out of the team that I'm going to be using. And we'll talk a little bit about some of the pitchers we'll be using as well. Brady Singer, Ryan Rollison, Zach Brown, as well as Dane Dunning. So some guys that I've never really faced in ranked seasons, some guys that I haven't really played too much in general against, but I think that some of those future stars might be decent. I mean, you might be able to build a team if you like some of those guys, or those are your favorite teams anyway. Might be able to build a team with some of those players, but I definitely think that the guys that I'm using in this Moonshot event, Taylor Trammell, Nolan Jones, Nolan Gorman, Jazz Chisholm, those guys are the best future stars, at least for me. So in this one, we will be using Helio Ramos as well as Bobby Dalbec and Kevin Smith. So these are some players that I have not really tried out. Brady Singer is making his pitching debut here in viewer games. So we're playing against Slugger. He's a very good opponent. A lot of these guys that we're going up against during viewer games are great players. I mixed in a few games yesterday, as well as a game of ranked seasons against the top 50 players. So I'll also be uploading that video a little bit later today if everything goes as planned. But let me know what you guys think about that upcoming tournament. Let me know what you guys think about some of these future stars, if you've tried out some of these cards that I'm using. Also, let me know what you think about the Michael Brantley card that was just released today. I've been saving up my stubs. I have about 450,000. I've been saving my stubs for upcoming players, upcoming Stage 3 team affinities, Stage 4 team affinities later on in the year, as well as you know, some really good endgame cards. Willie Mays, certain players that I'm waiting for, a better version of Ken Griffey Jr., Babe Ruth, Ted Williams, George Brett, just a variety of guys that I want to try and get on my squad. And here we get thrown out at the plate. Daz Cameron got a pretty bad jump. I pressed L1 a little bit too late, trying to send the runner back to first base, and we end up getting a double play. But back to what I was talking about with some of the players, I have been purchasing a lot of gold cards. I have about 20 Juan Soto saved up. I got a variety of 84 diamonds, you know, 6 or 7 Giancarlo Stantons. I'm waiting for Stage 3 to come out so that way I can flip some of those cards or use them to unlock a few of Stage 3 Team Affinity Diamonds. I think that those cards are going to be very good. I think that we might see a lot of variety. Could be different tiers. I've talked about that in my previous video. I just kind of wanted to talk about a variety of things in this one. Here, Andres Jimenez hits a walk-off home run down to my last out. We would have played one extra inning game. That's kind of how we do it with viewer games. We'll play one extra inning if it does go into the fourth. So these games are on Hall of Fame, 3-inning games, trying to use these viewer games as practice for the tournament or just practice in general for ranked season. So in this one right here, Ryan Mountcastle gets a base knock through the right side. We had Daz Cameron on first base. He got a late base hit, a jam single to the right side as well. This time, Helio Ramos drives in a run because Cody Bellinger fell down out there in left field. I don't really know what happened. It looked like he fielded the ball pretty well and then just collapsed out there. Anyway, he has Byron Buxton. Money Dude has a very good team. He's got a couple budget players as well, some face of the franchise diamonds, some future stars in there. Here we're facing the face of the franchise, Gleyber Torres. And in my opinion, this was the best one all around for me. I mean, Gleyber Torres, Juan Soto, Fernando Tatis, those guys were the best face of the franchise diamonds, and they still are very usable at this point in the game just because of how good they are. I'm kind of hoping that we get a few more of the live series cards boosted up into team affinities or just, award series cards or just flashbacks in general. I really like the variety of content that we have in MLB The Show 20. I'm waiting for some better legends. I'm waiting for some legends to be revealed. I know in the 5th inning we are going to see some 99 overall players. We might see some 99 overall players in Stage 3 for team affinities, but I'm not thinking so. I'm thinking that we will see 97, 98 overalls, probably some 96 overalls in there, as some teams already have a 95 for Stage 2 team affinity. So with all that, you have to keep all that in mind. With all that being said, we are preparing pretty well for the next stage. We're also keeping, a good amount of stubs saved up in the bank, or I guess in the inventory, for future cards that they release. I'm guessing that the next set of Battle Royale cards could be, 99 overalls as well, could be endgame players, could be some really good legends mixed in there next time around. So that should be coming out within the next few weeks. There are a lot of things coming out in the next few weeks. We have headliner cards and packs coming out every week, or a couple of them each week, and then of course we'll have some of the 5th inning program. We'll have the Father's Day Conquest, probably have some packs included with that. This tournament's kicking off. There's just a lot of stuff happening in this game. I'm trying to keep up with everything. I'm trying to give you guys all the correct information, and sometimes we are going to make a mistake or two. Sometimes we're going to make a mistake here and there, and it's important that we try to correct that mistake or correct those mistakes if we do so. So with my thoughts on the tournament, I think that it could be a lot better than I initially thought. I just wanted to say that once again, and also I apologize for some of the stuff. It wasn't that I was trying to be negative. I was just trying to look out for the community and point out some things to keep in mind or to look out for if the tournament was focused on friendly-based matchmaking, competition, stuff like that. There were just a lot of problems with the previous tournament when they did that. But if this PS4 tournament tab works out well, and that's something that we'll have for the future, then I think that that's a big W, especially if they can implement event-style teams or overall cap teams in that tab, or even Battle Royale on Hall of Fame, or even Legend would be amazing. So I think that there's a lot of stuff to look forward to with this game. I do want to say that as well. I've had a ton of fun playing this game. Here in this inning, we get pretty lucky. We get some seeing eye base hits, some singles go our way, a couple of hit and runs, or at least one hit and run that worked out well, and then a seeing eye single through the left side. Probably could have resulted in a double play. I got a couple runs there in that last inning that I probably didn't deserve. But we do have the 5-run lead. I'm trying out some of these cards for the first time. Normally, I wouldn't be stealing in viewer games. I wouldn't be trying to do hit and runs. But with some of these players, they do have some speed. Haven't really used them, so I want to try them out to their full potential. I figured I would talk a little bit about that. It's no disrespect to Danny or any of the players that I'm playing in this game. I'm just trying to try these cards out. And I almost missed this ball in center field right here. Took my eye off the screen. Almost missed it with Daz Cameron. But I think a lot of these cards that are 90 overall, 91 overall, 92, like Ryan Rollison, some of these outfielders, some of these cards that I'm trying out, are kind of underrated. They're better than I thought they would be. Just depends on their swing, depends on what you're looking for in a player. I noticed this Daz Cameron has a very quick swing. One of the quickest swings out of anybody I've used, or at least for a right-handed batter. in this game. I think that that will certainly help you, even though that card is not very good. And I'm a Tigers fan, so no bias there. I was hoping for, I'm hoping for a better Casey Mize eventually in the game. As a Tigers fan, I'm hoping for a couple players. We might see Prince Fielder released into the 5th inning program. I would love to have a Prince Fielder back into MLB The Show. There are some rumors going around that Atron is going to be revealing a card that has a lot of power against righties. That would be amazing if it was Prince Fielder. I'm not really sure if they have the rights to him. I know that he's still getting paid by the Rangers. I know that he's still, under contract with all of that. I believe it's deferred money. I'm not really exactly sure, but that would be really cool. I'm hoping that the Phillies Stage 3 Team Affinity could possibly be MVP Bryce Harper or Jimmy Rollins, a better version of a switch-hitting Jimmy Rollins. That would be absolutely insane. I will probably make a video on my predictions for all 30 team affinities. I'm just going to go through and talk about each and every team and a little bit more about that. But that is going to do it for this one. Thank you all for watching this video. I'm College Lefty, and if you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe if you are new. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.